Hi, my name's Emma Lowell-Buck and I'm the Labour Party candidate for South Shields in the general election. Whilst this election is about so much more than Brexit, obviously Brexit comes up on a regular basis on the doorstep and on street stalls. My voting record in Parliament is transparent. I have been honest and open throughout all of the Brexit debates.
I do not recall a time when the fractured state of our politics so accurately mirrored that of our nation. Brexit commanded so much more of us in this place. It was brand new territory, and for it we needed a brand new approach to how we do our debating and our politics.
I have worked in and outside of Parliament to try and get a deal that works for us here in Shields.
Many of my constituents work at Nissan, many more at the Port of Tyne in my constituency, which is a large part of Nissan's supply chain. Not only has the Secretary of State failed to answer what assessment he's made of the impact of this decision on the wider supply chain, he keeps saying to us, back the deal, yet he and the government are offering zero clarity about the true impacts of that very deal. So will he share that with us now?
I have worked tirelessly to get a deal that works for us here in South Shields. A deal that protects jobs, workers' rights, environmental standards and protects our communities.
The last few weeks have shown this deal is going nowhere. Today's statement doesn't change that. Does the Prime Minister now regret not working cross-party to build a consensus in this House? And why will she not accept there is a way out of this hopeless situation by extending Article 50, working together without the political posturing for a deal that works for everyone?
Don't let anybody tell you that the current stalemate is the fault of the Labour Party. This current impasse is squarely at the door of the Tory Party.
Participation in the EU elections will be the death knell for the British public's waning faith in our democracy. The fact that councils were advised by the Right Honourable Member for Aylesbury this week to prepare for EU elections is yet another example of the dire consequences of the Prime Minister and her government's failure to secure a deal that commands the majority of this House.
Theresa May pulled her consensus deal with Jeremy Corbyn before we could even vote on it. Boris Johnson pulled his own deal to avoid parliamentary scrutiny.
As Prime Minister, his trademark bluff and bluster won't wash. He needs to be on top of the detail.
In 2017, I was overwhelmingly elected on a manifesto that said I would honour the result of the referendum and I would work to avoid no deal. Throughout the following years in Parliament after the referendum, I have done just that. I have stuck to my word.
Well, earlier I spoke to Labour MP for South Shields, Emma Lowell-Buck, about how she made her decision to vote in favour of the deal in the second reading last night.
Well, in the run-up to the referendum and throughout it and then after, I said to my constituents that whatever the outcome was, I would honour it to the best of my ability. For me, last night's vote was an opportunity to move into the next stage, to amend this bill and improve it. And that was an opportunity that I thought should have been grasped. Because I think if we can improve and amend the deal, then we'll get to a point where it is good, to make sure that we leave with a credible deal that honours the outcome, that keeps people's faith with politicians, keeps people's faith in our democracy and doesn't cause further divisions in our country.
I know from engaging with people continuously in South Shields that they want a deal that works for us. My voting record in Parliament is transparent and there for all to see. Throughout, I have been open and honest about every single vote I've took part in. I have never ever sat on the fence and I have always honoured my commitment that I gave to you. The reason we are into a general election is the failure of the Tory party. Now that the Tories and the Brexit party have made a pact, it is very clear. You vote Brexit party, you get Tory, you vote Tory, you get Brexit party. Labour are the only party offering a way out of this and a way to break the impasse and move forward. I promise, if you re-elect me as your Member of Parliament, I will continue to work for the best deal for you. Please use your vote on the 12th of December for Labour, for real change and for me. Thank you so much for your support and help.